senza fine, tu trascini la nostra vita, senza un attimo di respiro per sognare, per poter ricordare. Dimmi dove, quando, da stasera non arrivo in ritardo e non ho più nessuna scusa stupida, non contare anche il traffico che c'è, dimmi dove, quando.
Hello everyone, my name is Kaitlyn. Welcome back to my channel, Big Screen Books. Today's video is very special. So, I have moved back home. So I got my bookshelves, I got my map up, like I am getting things settled. And the reason that I'm here is to work and save money so that I can move to Italy at the end of 2020. So I've been wanting to do this video for a while where I share with you guys my Italian book collection. So each of the books I have in this collection, there's not very many, but the ones I have are very, very special to me, and I don't really know why I haven't really shared them, and I thought now was just a good time. I have been in the process of becoming an Italian citizen over the past year, and I am currently creating like a little documentary series about the whole process. I have been vlogging and recording the whole process basically over the last year, and so yeah, it'll probably be a few months before those videos start to come out, but I will be updating you guys on my social media when those videos are going to be ready. But for now, I just wanted to incorporate some Italian content on my channel, so I thought for today I would share with you guys my Italian book collection. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so this first one here technically isn't like an Italian book, but it's one that's really special to me. So this is Westward to Europe by May Chapman Starkey. So I got this book at a used bookstore. Pretty much all the books I have here are actually from thrift stores, used bookstores, etc. They're just little gems that I have found. And this book is from 1947, and it follows a woman who, in the 1930s, leaves San Diego and goes to travel the world on her own. And it's really, really good. I haven't finished the whole thing. I've kind of just gone through bits and pieces because it follows her throughout each of the different cities and the countries and kind of what she goes through. And as someone who was living in San Diego, traveling the world, like I just felt so inspired by this story. And yeah, I really, really love it. So it's very old. It's actually signed by her. And yeah, I really love it. Next I have The Italian Job by Gianluca Vialli and Gabriele Marcotti. So I saw this book, and at first I thought of the movie The Italian Job, which is a fantastic movie, but that's not what this book is about. So this book basically follows football culture, and I'm saying that with quotes because I'm American, and it's really hard for me to call soccer football, but this follows Italy and England's football culture, which are two of the biggest entities for European football, and it follows not only the football cultures but the culture of the country or both the countries and kind of how that affects the sport. Really, really interesting. Ever since I came back from Italy last year, I became very, very enthralled by Italian soccer and started to kind of follow Juve just kind of for fun. Definitely not like a set fan of any team. I think kind of depends on Italy, where I end up living if I decide to, keep following Juve or find a different team to root for. But I just became super, super interested in this sports culture. It's fascinating. It's fascinating. And as an American who, we're pretty set with our NFL teams. Hashtag go Chiefs. I'm a pretty hardcore sports fan. Like, I love sports. And so, yeah, I love learning more about the sport and the cultures. And this book actually is quite a few years old. It covers the World Cup of 2006. So I do not know if there's like an updated one since it's over 10 years old. Next I have this beautiful little tiny book. Look how pretty it is. But this is Venice, the Most Triumphant City. Oh my god, it's just so beautiful. It just has so many pictures and artwork and things, and it was just, oh, like, look at this. Oh my god, it's so amazing. But basically this book talks about Venice, how, back in the day when it was just like an artistic center of the world, and kind of how things have changed over time and why Venice is known for that. And it just talks about the art and the music, the architecture, the masks, the everything that goes into what you think of with Venice, tourism, etc. And just talks about why it's just such a wonderful and beautiful city. Next I have Under the Tuscan Sun by Frances Mays, and I also have her other book, Bella Tuscany. I watched the movie first, Under the Tuscan Sun. I watched it last year before I went to Italy, and I just thought it was so cute and inspiring, and I just fell in love with it, so I definitely need to go to Tuscany one day. But I saw this book in a bookstore and I have not read it, and I have been wanting to. Neither of these. I haven't read either of these, and I really need to. But I love Under the Tuscan Sun. It's basically this girl who goes to Tuscany and she buys a villa, and it's just like dreams. I love it so much. This is Desiring Italy, and it is a collection of journal entries, poems, short stories, etc. from some of the most prolific female writers who have gone to Italy and just written about the romance with the country, with the food, with the men, etc. It's just so wonderful. I mean, authors like Edith Wharton, George Eliot, Shirley Hazard, like just so many. And it's separated by like city or region of Italy too, so I haven't like read this thing from like cover to cover. I've just gone through to some of my favorite cities and read about it there, and it's just so wonderful because it's just great to see how this country has captured the hearts of so many people. This is Italian Neighbors by Tim Parks. So this is about Tim Parks. This is his story about him and his wife who have spent the last 10 years in Verona, Italy. So I saw this book, it just kind of like fate. I saw this book in a used bookstore, and it was a little bit after I started to look into going to study in Verona, at the University of Verona, to study a master's there. I had spent a few months like really researching the school and the programs and seeing my chances of getting in and stuff, and I was just like super headstrong and in love with Verona. So yeah, this book just kind of came to me at a great time. I've now decided that at this point in my life, I'm not ready to go back to school yet. I want to spend some time just kind of like learning and traveling and stuff. I have always been drawn to Verona because you probably know the city if you know Shakespeare. The infamous Romeo and Juliet found love and tragedy in Verona. Verona, Italy was Shakespeare's inspiration for this classic tale. And you can actually go to Verona and find like the balcony. It's not real. Some like tour guide made it up. But there's this like really beautiful balcony. But yeah, I really want to go to Verona and see all this for myself. And it was really cool to read about their experience living there. So this last book is one I've shown on my channel before. If you watch my favorite books of 2019 videos, this is Bella Figura by Kamen Mohammadi. So this book is got to be one of my favorite books of all time. The author, she is a British journalist. She leaves her job and moves to Florence for a year. And this book details her journey finding love and heartbreak and language and food, etc. It basically follows her year in Florence, and it was just so eye-opening and so raw and just so well written, and I just have so much unbelievable love for this book and her story. Just found it so relatable and inspiring, and it just touched my little Dolce Vita heart so much. So yeah, I love it. Bella Figura, How to Live, Love, and Eat the Italian Way. So I have other books that are in Italian. I have some copies of like Harry Potter that are in Italian. I have some like Italian graphic novels. But I showed a lot of those in my like foreign books collection. So this is specifically the Italian books that I own and why I have them and why they've inspired me. And I just kind of wanted to share a little bit of my Italian story with you guys. So yeah, I will be incorporating more like Italian culture things on my channel, which I hope you guys are excited about. As always, you guys can follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram and Twitter at Big Screen Books, and that's kind of where I update you guys the most. I am trying to be more frequent and consistent with my uploading, so subscribe for my videos, and I will catch you next time. Bye, everyone!